Welcome to I Am Audible. Before I begin on today's book, please click on the subscribe button, and also press the notification bell for any new updates, added chapters, or just another new book or stories to be heard. Welcome back as we continue on with our book reading of I Am is Inside Out. In today's chapter 3, it is about going beyond the mirage, discovering deeper realities where far things aren't as they appear. Let's continue. Routines began on the fourth morning, relishing warm breakfasts hidden within my clothing. After Flutterby's impressive aerial display and meal, we resumed flying. By day's end, we discovered a field of large columbines, rich in honey cherished by Flutterby and Fairies alike. Sipping nectar, I pollinated while empathizing with Flutterby's journey. I blew nectar to ease her access as I remained watchful for threats, ensuring her contentment. After her satisfying meal, we continued flying till dusk. A sudden wind wrecked my makeshift shelter, leaving me chilly and damp. Guided by dreams, I improved by crafting sturdier leaf-bound homes. Repetition bred efficiency, reminding us of our greater purpose. Next morning, using my dress as a pouch, I gathered forest supplies. In flight, I wove leaves into vibrant streamers, marking Flutterby's chosen landing spot. Engaged in braiding and fastening, I banished worries. As afternoon cooled, I fashioned a small coronet and readied myself. That night, I joyfully employed my creations to construct an enhanced shelter. One morning, Flutterby and I enjoyed the pleasant breeze until midday. Flutterby found a sheltered treetop for the chilly night, marked by streamers. I soared high for a better view, but the cold winds and clouds made me descend. While searching for my resting spot, I noticed an oddity about a group of shorter trees. Their perspective seemed off. How could the creator make a mistake? I flew low for a closer look in daylight. Upon closer inspection, these oddly shaped trees were actually fairy trees. Their cone-shaped roofs were painted to mimic grove tree leaves and branches. Real trees have openings and overlapping levels, so the perspective was wrong. The painted cone roofs looked flat. The sound of drums grew louder as I flew lower for another pass. Drumming usually indicated celebration or communication, unusual for Eden. The grove below resonated with drumming. Ignoring caution, I decided to explore and connect with the residents. Dressed well, I dove between the roofs. The colony surprised me, it was warm and well lit. Carefully positioned cones adorned the tree homes, letting in light and warmth while collecting dew and rainwater. Unlike my garden fairies, they placed their homes thoughtfully to not burden trees or block sunlight and water. I landed due to difficult navigation on walkways. Found weaving homes but no hand-printed openings. The eerie silence puzzled me. Wondered about absent musicians. Felt accompanied despite being alone. Noticed stinging insects on walls, unusual for Eden communities. Tried friendly gestures, no response. Inside the colony, greeted silently, bugs covered the walls. Called out, no answer. Colony remained unchanged. Sought Faefolk, found hidden thoughts. Played hide-and-seek, restrained intuition. Approached structure, sensed hidden mind. Discovered male lavender fairy in wall, revealing form. Bug turned into saffron fairy woman. A curious lavender fairy questioned how I saw through their illusions. I explained they were standing against the wall, not lying down. He draped a fabric robe and insisted. Fairies' approach changed walls, bugs, and colors. Stepping back, my wings were shielded by a pregnant woman who guided me. She halted others, placing my hand on her belly. A couple in dark acorn attire and a male friend neared. The woman gently pulled my hand, a gesture of greeting. I practiced the Eden greeting, slow bow and nod. respect shown by extending my arms. Women acknowledged, briefly shook hands. Impressed by an attractive, socially inexperienced man. Woman introduced him, highlighting his qualities. Dark woman laughed, drawn to his traits. Different partner expectations compared to Eden. Lavender-tinted fairy on the wall asked questions eagerly. Rooftops painted deceptive colors to deter intruders. Unwanted visitors held by skilled flyers, causing them to retreat. Frightened travelers mistake vacant colonies for danger. Confused about why I explored under rooftops, evading sky-colored spirits. How did I uncover the rooftop fraud? I noticed your rooftops serve more than their simple appearance, I said. The woman explained, our rooftops and color mimicry are fabricated, revealing their intentional deception that sustains their colony. A curious crowd gathered, eager for our conversation. I sensed their interest in new stories. Unfamiliar with their terms, I questioned their meaning. I pondered the relationship between honor and honesty. Deception were foreign to me, and I was cautious not to offend their beliefs. A pregnant woman in the group held my hand, clarifying honest as truthful and faithful communication. Dishonest meant insincere lies, making one a liar. She seemed puzzled by my reaction and asked about my own honesty. I affirmed my dedication to honesty, drawing attention from the intrigued crowd. They examined my Eden necklace, while I discreetly guarded my belongings. A pregnant woman noticed my truthfulness in my tribe and found it unusual. She believed talking to others must be hard for me. I explained that it wasn't difficult, and my fellow fairies were also truthful. I didn't grasp the concept of a deception and asked for an explanation. The content discusses deception and its various forms, such as wordplay in a pixie game. The narrator prefers truthfulness for self-knowledge and worries about missing insights due to deceit. They express concern about communication and emphasize their fairies' avoidance of harm. The narrator's concerns puzzle the colonists, leading to an apology and explanation of their newness. The colonists share their appreciation for hidden knowledge through deception, such as color changes. A performance showcasing disappearing fairies occurs. The narrator praises their artistry but feels uneasy under scrutiny. A fairy explains the genuine emotions behind the display and reveals practiced false emotional displays among them. Private moments also involve deception, including observing a connected couple. She hinted at desires from some for a deeper connection with me. I learned new emotional display techniques from fairy painters. Tomorrow, I meet my Flutterby guide, so tonight's my chance to learn more. They suggested a gathering spot to talk about my home and guide. In a public area, we discussed fairy children using woven stools for movement. Eden fairies choose partners with inner connections. It influences colony values. Invited to sit, I felt uneasy amid many fairies. My insecurity grew as I explored their mastered skills. Laughter eased the tension, making fairies smile. My inner fairy reminded me to sit properly, aligning energy, traits, and intelligence. I met Tutor, a color glow expert. Questions about my visit and home were exchanged. I noticed their angled rooftops, tactfully avoiding suggesting deception. Instead, I praised my abundant garden home that fosters belonging and innovation. A colonist stood out, mentioning 3 directions. I questioned this, accustomed to 4. Trying to understand, I struggled with the concept of 3-directional navigation. We've identified 4 terrain pathways, he responded. I mentioned the 3 conceivable directions for a garden due to the unmanageable wind. Offshore gardens lead to continuous devastation as wind disperses seeds and bees essential for growth. Your garden must be more distant. Why the long journey? Many fae folk with you? Will you return? Eden fairies answer direct, curious questions. I proposed balanced exploration. For inquiries yield teachings, followed by more questions. I extended my legs to engage, guarding my Eden fairy identity. I couldn't reveal Eden's location due to deceptive fairies. My responses were honest yet diplomatic. A Flutterby was my sole companion. I arrived lost, unsure of her route. She moved northward as the warm season started. Your courage on this solitary journey is admirable, he acknowledged. Lessons? I exclaimed, shifting. Your answers are our lesson start, the tutor said. Instructions flowed, sketching surroundings with layered perspectives. Translating behind into the foreground challenged me. Coordination improved, basic shapes attempted. Tutor joked about disappearing. Laughter captivated the crowd's attention, earning applause. Heightened emotions disrupted color plans, creating unexpected displays. Crowds attracted to your illuminations, the teacher noted. I strived to master emotions yet fell short against intense feelings. So tiring, I admitted. Seeking advice, I learned from a tutor in 4 sessions. They stressed balance and questioning, teaching how to blend breath and focus for vibrant colors. Changing appearance is our innate gift, refined by practice. The tutor shared their own upbringing and techniques, celebrating uniqueness. With newfound wisdom, I displayed colorful transformations, impressing the audience. Amid excitement, I hesitated to touch a star, fearing insects. The tutor assured safety. After a moment's doubt, laughter erupted as I danced with joy. My vivacity enchanted the colonists, responding with dazzling hues to their cheers. Well, that is it for today's chapter 3. I hope you enjoyed listening. I really enjoyed reading I Am Inside Out to you. If you want to continue to the next chapter, click the link below. And I hope to see you soon.